The Royal Gorge Bridge and Park is home to the highest suspension bridge in North America. It sits 1,200 feet above the canyon floor, framing the Arkansas River below. The gorge forms a 10-mile-long canyon with the bridge as its centerpiece. This epic tourist destination and amusement park covers 360 acres and features nearly 20 different things to do. It's a great destination for families and kids of all ages. And since opening in 1929, officials have estimated that more than 26 million people have visited the Royal Gorge Bridge and Park. After arriving at the Royal Gorge, you will head into the Visitor Center. Here you can purchase the tickets for the bridge or any of the other paid activities. Before crossing the bridge, take a second to learn about the history of the bridge and what makes it so special. A lot has transpired in the past nearly 100 years that the bridge has been open to the public. And on the way out, grab something to eat at the Cafe 1230, which is considered one of the most scenic restaurants in all of Colorado. You'll be eating pizza 1,230 feet, yes, that's how they got the name, above the roaring river below. It offers spectacular views of the gorge and surrounding mountains from the viewing deck and patio seating areas. And then finally, on your way back to the parking lot, you can check out the souvenir shop or buy a memento for this special occasion. The main attraction at the Royal Gorge Bridge is, of course, the bridge itself. This is a huge suspension bridge, and there are several different ways to get across. The most common way is to simply walk across the bridge, which takes about 40 minutes. I know, it sounds ridiculous, but the bridge stretches a length of the canyon and it's about 1,260 feet long. If you're walking across at a moderate pace, stopping to look over the edge, taking photos, and checking out the views, it will take you probably about 40 minutes. Or you can do what we did and take the gondolas across the canyon. This is a pretty hair-raising experience if you are not accustomed to heights. After all, it is 1,200 feet all the way down. We only did it once, going across from the visitor center, but you can do it from either side as many times as you want, because the price of getting on the gondola is just rolled into the admission fee. Adrenaline junkies can take the Cloud Scraper Zip Rider Zipline across, which is listed as Travel Channel's #1 Colorado bucket list experience. This does, however, cost an additional fee. And the line for the gondolas is usually quite a bit shorter than the zipline because the gondolas can accommodate 24 people, while the zipline can only take 2. But if this is your thing, this is definitely something you don't want to miss out on. And then finally, you can take a Colorado Jeep tour to get across the bridge. The Colorado Jeep Tour includes free tickets to visit the Royal Gorge Bridge and Park, with a history tour and a fun drive across the bridge. The Colorado Jeep Tours are actually the only vehicles that are allowed to drive across besides the maintenance vehicles for the Royal Gorge Park itself. So it's a very awesome experience and very unique, one of a kind. Once you're on the other side of the bridge, there are loads of things to do, and I highly recommend watching the free mini documentary at the Plaza Theater. Grab a seat and learn about the history of the bridge and the surrounding parks from 1929, as well as some fun facts. After the showing, check out the historical photos and touching original artifacts and fossils that were found in the area. Kids can run around and play at the children's playground, as well as ride the large carousel. And all these rides and things to do are just part of the general admission ticket price. And if you're more of a thrill seeker, you can ride the Royal Rush Sky Coaster, which is called the world's scariest sky coaster. You can go rock climbing on the Via Ferrata, which is Italian for the Iron Way. And lastly, you can experience the Royal Gorge train route, which offers up to 4 daily departure times, and it's a train that goes down underneath the Royal Gorge along the Arkansas River. When visiting the Royal Gorge Bridge and Park, you can view the bridge and surrounding areas from the parking lot or hang out inside the visitor center for free. But if you want to cross the bridge or take the gondola or ride any of the cool attraction, there is going to of course be a fee. General admission includes access to the bridge, aerial gondola, Plaza Theater, and children's playground. And the tickets are usually between $20 and $25 for adults ages 13 and up, depending on the time of year. Tickets for children ages 6 to 12 cost a bit less. And then of course children under 5 get in for free, although they still need a ticket. And if you want to access the Sky Coaster, Zipline, and Via Ferrata, those are considered extra pay rides and will cost an additional fee on top of the general admissions. Construction of the Royal Gorge Bridge began in June 1929 and was completed in November of that same year. Over the years, the Royal Gorge Bridge has been owned by many different people, but is currently owned by the nearby town of Canyon City. In 1983, both the bridge and the incline railway were listed as the National Register of Historic Places, and during the 80s, the bridge underwent significant renovations, including new cable anchors, installing suspension rods, and repainting. The total cost of these renovations were more than $2.8 million, which was more than the original purchase price. Visiting the Royal Gorge Bridge and Park is a popular day trip, as it's only about an hour south of Colorado Springs. Springs. If you're traveling from Denver, it'll take you about 2.5-hour drive if you take I-25 south and exit on Highway 115 to Penrose. Follow the directions towards Canyon City, and then follow the sign simply to the Royal Gorge Park, and you can't miss it. The Royal Gorge Bridge and Park is one of the most amazing and epic experiences that you will ever see. It truly is a Colorado treasure. Whether you're crossing the bridge on foot, taking the gondola, or riding the sky coaster, it is a memorable experience you won't soon forget.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to show your support. And to get new videos from us every week, be sure to hit that subscribe button.